Alright, doesn't look like anyone's in here yet, but should have just put out an announcement. Howdy everyone. This is actually my first live stream, so yeah, welcome to the stream. Wow, looks like a lot of you are joining, so very cool. Anyway, we are going to be making a new data pack in today's live stream. But first, let me know how my audio is. I probably sound a bit echoey. I'm going to probably need to put some pillows or blankets or whatever in my new room. But yeah, we should just be able to jump into the live stream. But I guess first, just please let me know how the audio is, how far delayed we are. I'm reading the chat right now, so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's manageable audio. I know it's not great. So, sorry about that. I am in a pretty big room with just my desk, so probably a bit echoey. But wow, nice to see everyone. Quite a few of you are here so far, so I think I'm just going to jump into this. It should be pretty fun. Let me quickly get started. So, yeah, I already started just a little bit, and I'm going to be using this right here. This is a template data pack that I normally start with, so we'll just rename it to Minecraft, but, well, so the title of the stream, as I'm sure you guys can see, it's you earn every block you step on. This is a Tapel video. I noticed he likes to make a bunch of Minecraft butt content that's really cool, but he never releases any of them for download. So why don't I, the professional data pack developer, just go along and make them myself? This one probably should take about 5 minutes, but with live streaming, who knows, maybe 30 minutes. And if I'm explaining my thoughts, we'll see. So yeah, let's just see how this goes. So Minecraft, but you earn every block you step on. I don't know. That's fine, whatever. And then I'm going to be using a cool tool called MCB. So I'm not going to be developing this as an actual data pack. It's more almost a data pack. So let me get that tool running really quick. And we should be good to go. Okay, and then we'll just need to call this, we'll call wasp earn blocks, whatever. So that's our data pack name, and put the code on the right monitor. Cool. So again, this is a template data pack I'm using, so I already have some code already in here, but don't really need most of it probably. But before we actually get started, I think I should mention pretty much the goal behind this data pack so that we know what we're actually working with before we actually start to develop it, right? So the idea behind this data pack is that when you walk over a block, you obtain the block that you walked over. But then when you walk to the next one, you'll obtain this block. You could walk back to this block and still obtain it. I guess better example. So I stand here, I get stone. Then I walk over here, I get dirt. Walk back, get stone, get dirt. And really overpowered, right? But should be kind of interesting. And yeah, Zoe, you can absolutely comment suggestions while I'm working on this. I will try to read the comments as best as I can. Generally, talking is about all that I can do, but I'm sure I'll get better about that. So yeah, anyway, so that's the idea behind the data pack. So we should start by outlining exactly how we're going to do this. So the general principle is we're going to be using the loot command to essentially break the block without actually breaking it. So we'll do a loot give command for myself to mine the block that's right under me. And this, you'll see, gives me cobblestone, so not quite what we wanted, but let's set this to relative coordinates so it's under me, right? We're getting cobblestone, and if we stand here, we get dirt. That's pretty good, but Yeah, so Zoe just left a comment that she thinks that when you walk over the block it should get deleted. I kind of agree with you, but that isn't how Tapple did it in his video that got like 10 million views. So I think I'm going to just completely copy him for now. And if down the line I want to make like a setting or something for this, then I can do that. Should be pretty easy. But yeah, okay. Anyway, so first thing that we need to do, we're going to need to fix the issue that we're having here, right? We don't want to get cobblestone, and if we walk on grass, we want to get grass. We don't want to get dirt. So we're going to just need to make this a silk touch tool. So to do that, we'll probably just want to go with a pickaxe. So let's say a diamond pickaxe, and we can actually add data to this. So I'm going to grab a handy dandy tool called MC Stacker, because even though I'm a professional data packer, I have not bothered to memorize all of the MBT data in this game, because there's a lot of it. So I'm just going to quickly grab Silk Touch enchantment. That is this data here. So enchantments, and then Silk Touch level 1. Doesn't really matter the level, but you'll see now I'm getting grass and I'm getting stone. And that's of course because like a Silk Touch pickaxe will work on, I believe, every block in the game. So, or like a shovel would only, if we did this with a shovel, might as well just try this out, right? For stone, oh, I guess it does work. That is unexpected, but whatever, we'll just use a pickaxe. So we can grab this code, and if we just put this into the tick function, this isn't going to work because right now it's not executed as a player. We can probably get rid of this. Let's see, let's go through our function, figure out what we need, right? So we know we need to execute as a player. So I normally have, these are functions, right? So we can see all of the functions in here. We don't need this. So we can just try putting this in here, save this, type reload. I have a macro for that, and well, is it working? Doesn't look like it's working. Probably did something. Okay, we need to actually define the right path. So this was was.earn blocks. There we go, save this, reload. And now the items are just rolling in. We have loads of them. That's good, right? But it's not exactly what we were aiming for, because I want you to have to leave the block and then come back. So, not quite right, and let's jump into the, our inventory doesn't fill up. Okay. Oh, and Msafyai, I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm using a tool called MCB. I should probably link it in the videos or the live stream's description. Let me do that really quick. Or I guess I could just put it into chat. It's a tool to help you make data packs, and because normally you would develop with a bunch of different functions. This basically puts them all on one screen. Very helpful. So what we're going to need to do, so we know that this is too fast, but we don't actually want to be based on a timer. We want to have it be based on movement. So we have a couple options. We could store the player's location, and if it changes, we could check the block below them to determine if they should get a new item. Or we could summon an entity below them, and if they're a certain distance away from them, then we would give them another block as well, right? And yeah, I'm going to be leaving this live stream up, so you guys can definitely rewatch it whenever you want. So the best method here would be to store your locational values, and then we can determine if they're different from each other, and so that's the approach we're going to be taking. So a little bit of difficulty, shouldn't be too hard. So I guess we could just jump into that. So I guess a good start would be to realize that the player has data. So we can look at our own data, see we have a lot of NBT data. These are mostly recipes though. But we can look at specifically the positional data of the player. That's these numbers right here. Those will also show up on your F3 menu right here if you press F3. But they're scored as NBT data, right? So we can store this as a scoreboard and then do some math to determine if the number is different. And so that's pretty much what we're going to want to do. So, so this isn't going to be running yet, so let's get rid of it. I just commented it out for now. So step one, let's store, let's say the X value of the player and then determine if it has been changing. Just get that to start working. And yeah, howdy again to everyone that's recently joining. There's a couple new people, so pretty cool to see you guys are all checking out my live stream. Very, very nice of you. And this is my first one, so apologies if things don't go very smoothly. I am definitely going to be trying to improve as time goes on. So, should be fun though. Let's see. So, to start, we're going to need 3 scoreboards. So, we'll do like, we'll call them X position, and this is a dummy objective. So a dummy objective, this just means that it's only modified by commands. So I'm going to be the only one that's actually changing this. The game doesn't do it at all. This is of course the name of it, and yeah, so we'll want just 3 of these. We'll want X, Y, and Z. So now we have our different locations. And the cool thing about a scoreboard is it's basically just a number that we can use and we can do a lot of math with. And now I know math might not be the most fun thing, but it is very valuable to have. And so, yeah. So in this situation, what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to execute store. So we're going to store the result of something as a score. That's not a score. And we're going to do, for myself, my was.xPosition score. So I'm going to store it as, and now we just need to get it. So we'll, do you remember this command we ran earlier, the data get entity position? Well, this is what's known as an array. So it's storing 3 different values here. What we can do, with these square brackets here, we can select different entries into the array. So if I don't define anything there, it's just going to say, well, that's not right. But I can define, this is argument 0, 1, and 2. So we know that it's X, Y, and Z, so we will store, I guess I can grab the same thing. We're going to store your positional value here. And then we should probably also define a scale to store it at. 1 will be fine in this situation. In fact, I think that's exactly what we want. So if we reload this, and we can put the scoreboard up on the sidebar, we called it X position. I have a lot of scoreboards because this is my normal development world. You can see if we go in this direction, the score is going to go down. The score is on our right, by the way. And then if we go this direction, the score is going to go up. And of course, the other 2 directions are up and down, and the left and right are not currently being scored. Oh, howdy, Infernal Viper. Nice to see you. Yeah, glad everyone could make it. And yeah, sorry, I can maybe slow down anime for life. Uh, I don't have too long, and I'm trying to get a 5-minute data pack done. So uh, we'll see. Anyway, so we know we have these other two scores here, right? We have the y value and the z value. We already know that y is equal to 1, z is equal to 2. And so if we save this, we load this again, we can look at the y value. As I fly up, it's going to go up. And as I fly down, it goes down. Very cool. And then same for z. If I go left, it goes up, and if I go right, it goes down. So now we're storing all of your values. That's pretty important. But we're going to want 3 more scoreboards. So these 3 scoreboards here, they are tracking my current location. But in order to know if I moved, I'm going to need to know if my current location is different than my previous location. Because if those two are not the same, that means that I've moved. If they are the same, that means I'm stationary. And I hope that makes sense. That is probably about the best I can explain it. So we'll just call this, we'll call this old, something like that. And new keyboard, by the way. I am really bad at typing so far, so maybe someday I will improve with that, but not yet. Okay, so now we have our old positions. We're going to want to store the current position onto the old position. So to do this, we're just going to scoreboard players operation. So scoreboard players operation, this is how we get access to all of the math that we can do. So at self, yeah, sorry Nitro, you probably did miss a little bit. I jumped into this before. I should have scheduled the live stream, and I'm going to schedule future ones. I went to do that and then found out that I'd have to re-enter all of like the stuff, the stream data, and didn't really feel like doing that. So anyway, so for the scoreboard player operation, this is how we're going to do math. And so we're going to do it, this is going to be self-contained. So it's always going to be for myself for what we're currently doing, but technically you could take a score and put it onto a different entity. That's useful from time to time, but not right now. So we know we want the old x position to be what we're doing something with, right? And we want it to be equal to my current position. So if we just do that, there we go, boom. We have this done, essentially. We can grab the other 2 positions. And now we should be good here. But not quite. We're close, not quite done. So now, essentially now all we've done is we've taken this, and we've taken this, and we've made them equal. But before we do that, we should probably check if they were previously not equal. So the best way to do this is we'll execute unless score of the old position matches the new position. Oops. Wait, what did I do wrong? Wait, that's not right. There we go. is equal to old position. And then we'll just have this say hi. I normally use hi just to test to make sure I've done things right. And so back in game, we can reload. And if I move in a direction, every time I do that, you can see down here, just want to say hi. And if I move in the other direction, it will say hi. But if I move left and right, you'll see it's not doing anything because we haven't coded that yet. So we can again just grab these two and whoops. I am good at this. And now, no matter which direction I move, we are getting an output. Because the whole point of this was we were trying to get an output so that every time my position changes, we get the block that I'm now standing under. So, yeah, it's pretty important to make sure that your outputs are set up properly. This one's not optimized. It's going to be relatively laggy, unfortunately, but I don't think this tutorial really should go over how to optimize this because that's a lot of work and not really something that is that needed for a pack that's going to only be used in single player, probably. So anyway, I think all we really have to do from this point on, so we have our loop command, and just a reminder for those who jumped in probably a bit later, this command right here, it will give us whatever block we're standing on. So if I'm standing on dirt, I get dirt. Stone, I get stone. And grass, I will get grass. If I were to say fly down to, bedrock, no, that's lava. Nope. Fail. Nope. Okay, well there's redstone. You're not helping. Whatever. Bedrock. I think this should work on bedrock as well. It does not. Interesting. Okay. But it should work on like most things. Oh, I'm done. I never ran the command, did I? Did I run the command? I did. Good memory. Okay. But it should work on most things. So like saplings, whatever. Anything that you stand on besides things that can probably not be mined with a pickaxe will be able to be picked up. Cool. And so to finish this, I think we should just take this, paste that there. We can get rid of the comment, hit save, hit reload, and yeah, perfect. Data pack done. You walk on a block, you get it. And you walk on an ore, you get it. Yep, diamond blocks, very cool. I think you could just jump in place. Yep, very cool. So yeah, that is the data pack. That's about all I was planning on developing in today's live stream. It went a little bit faster than I thought it would, though my guess was it should have only been about a 5-minute data pack. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys found this live stream to be educational, and you can feel free to rewind through it and maybe glean some better information. I know I talk kind of fast, so apologies for that. And definitely want to be live streaming more. I kind of just wanted to get my foot in the door, kind of understand exactly what it was like to live stream. I wasn't really planning on going for more than like 30 minutes or whatever, but yeah, I enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too. And I definitely am planning on live streaming tomorrow. So yeah, I am Ron. I am absolutely going to be releasing this to the public for download. I'm going to be making a new section on my website and probably making a quick video on it this weekend. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, this has been Admin, and thank you so much for tuning into my live stream. And now I need to figure out how to end my live stream.